Now paper is PH 4501, Unit 3, Lecture 5. We are discussing now emitter bias. In last lecture, we discussing about the disadvantage of the circuit. Which circuit? The collector to base bias, or we can say grounded emitter circuit with feedback resistors. In this lecture, we are discussing about the emitter bias. The circuit diagram of emitter bias is as given below. First of all, the auto transistor. This is your emitter terminal. In this emitter terminal, it is given to the grounded. Before it is grounded, there is a emitter resistance Re. It is connected. This is new in this. This is your collector. Then RL plus VCC. Again RB. This is your RB. It is connected to base of the transistor. This is the base lead. Capacitor. Source resistance Rs. Source Vs. And then grounded. Second capacitor, and this is your output, and this is your output. Rs, source, Vs, capacitor 1, capacitor 2, emitter, base, collector, Rb, load RL. In Rb there is a current Ib. In RL there is in collector current IC. This is your emitter terminal. So here emitter current IE. This is nothing but this is the voltage between the base and emitter VBE, and this is nothing but this is the voltage between the emitter to ground. It is known as VEE. So this is the figure of emitter bias. Due to Re, that means emitter resistance in the emitter lead of transistor. In this circuit, the stability is improved by placing a resistor in the emitter lead of the transistor. That means in this is your emitter lead, collector lead, base lead. In this emitter lead, we are putting here resistance Re to improve the stability. Now, if IC tends to increase due to the increase in temperature, now we know that IC tends to increase due to increase in temperature, then the voltage across Re increases, then voltage across the Re increases. As a result, voltage between the base and emitter, that means this one, this is increases, that means VBE decreases. Therefore, VBE decreases. Therefore, VBE decreases, which cause that decrease in IB. That means IB also decreases. So, IE will increase. If IB decreases, then IE will be decreased. In this way, decrease in IB will try to compensate in increase in IE against the variation of temperature. I repeat, in this way, decrease in IB will be tried to compensate in increase in IE against the variation of temperature. That means we can write that as temperature increases, then ICO increases, therefore IC increases. So what happened? VE also increases. That means VBE increases. Sorry, VBE decreases. Therefore IB also decreases. And so IC decreases. This compensates the changing in the temperature value. Now we are discussing about the analysis. Now we are discussing about the analysis of above circuit. Now to analysis of the above circuit, so from the circuit, the equation J from this circuit, we are find out the final equation J in this way. From the circuit, VCC is equal to IBRB plus VBE plus IERE. This is nothing but it is equal to IBRB plus VBE plus IC plus IB, IC plus IB into RE. The value of IE, the value of IE we are putting here. Therefore, VCC is equal to IB RB plus RE plus VBE plus IC RE. Because IB, we make IB common. Therefore, we get the final equation IB is equal to VCC, make the IB subject VCC minus VBE minus ICRE upon RB plus RE. This is our first equation. Now we know that IC is equal to beta IB plus beta plus 1 ICO. So put this value, the value of IB here, we get IC is equal to beta into VCC minus VBE minus ICRE upon RB plus RE plus beta plus 1 ICU, because from equation 1 we put the value of IB. Hence, make the IC constant, then IC is into bracket common, then IC into bracket 1 plus beta RE upon RB plus RE is equal to beta VCC minus VBE upon RB plus RE plus beta plus 1 ICO. Therefore, stability factor S is equal to nothing but differentiation of IC and ICO. That means delta IC or del IC upon del ICO, and this is equal to beta plus 1 upon 1 plus beta RE upon RB plus RE. So to differentiate the above equation, we first of all put IC upon IO, del IC upon IO is equal to nothing but beta plus 1, this is your 1 upon 1 plus beta RE upon RB plus RE, and therefore the final equation S is equal to beta plus 1 upon 1 plus beta upon 1 plus RB upon RE, and this is your final equation J, and this is your final equation J. This equation indicates that the above equation J indicates that to increase the stability of this circuit, the value of RE should be large. The value of RE should be large. But if RE increases, then efficiency of the circuit will be decreased. But if we increase the RE, then efficiency of the circuit will be decreased. And this is due to the DC negative feedback, and this is due to the DC negative feedback. The fact is that RB is too large. The fact is that RB is too large to decrease RB upon RE by increasing the RE. This discussion shows that the reduction of S, stability factor S, is depend on the low value of RB. So S is depend on the low value of RB. So when IC increases, which reduce the VB, which reduce the value of VBE. So DC input resistance increases, which is in series with RB. If the increase in input resistance is comparable to RB, then effect of RE on decreasing IB is very high. But here the value of RB is very high, so increase in DC resistance is not comparable to the RB. So effect of RE on IB is very small. So there is only way to have low value of RB. This can be achieved in a voltage divider bias. Now the graph, according to the graph, we draw the y-axis. Y-axis, it is nothing but the stability. X-axis is nothing but the resistance RB upon RE. And from this, we can say draw the graph in this way. This is your beta is equal to 0. This is your beta is equal to 40 or some other value. This is your beta is equal to 10. That means change in the beta is equal to 10, beta is equal to 40, beta is equal to 100. This is your 10, this is your 100. We consider that this is your 1, 10, 100. We can say 1000. So in this way we can draw the graph of stability factor S versus RB upon RE. This curve shows that how this curve from the curve or from the graph, it shows that how S depends upon RB upon RE for different value of beta, for different value of beta. Now we are discussing about the voltage divider bias in the lecture 6. Thank you.